HarperCollins presents That Time Everything Was on Fire by Kerry Downs. Read by Catrin Walker-Booth. Summer. Sam. Enough Prosecco! It's time for whiskey! Daisy cupped her hand around her mouth to project her voice to their two friends heading to the bar. Imo, the taller of the two retreating figures, turned around and flicked her thumb upwards to acknowledge the order. Sam turned to Daisy on the bench beside her and, squashing her cheeks with both hands, said, "It's never time for whiskey." "They'll get you gin, mate. No one's forcing whiskey on the bride." She looked at Daisy, considering this for a moment. "Imagine a universe where I was cool enough to order a whiskey on the rocks." She shook her head in disbelief. "Sexy as fuck." Daisy laughed. "You're legitimately the coolest person I know, and no one says on the rocks. James Bond does." There was a pause as they stared at each other. "No, you're right. No one says that," Sam concluded. She drained the remnants of her Prosecco, eyeing the empty glass with suspicion. The two of them leant back against the wooden bench and gazed across the garden at the rest of the party, whirling under the festoon lights. Darkness was setting in, making the tired garden at the back of their beloved local pub look more magical than it deserved. They watched Sam's uncle twirling her cousin a little too enthusiastically on the dance floor as the sound system pumped out a recent hit. Sam bobbed her head along to the beat, while Daisy looked on, the song clearly unknown to her. "Still waiting for my Fleetwood Mac request," Daisy said, strumming her fingers on the arm of the bench with faux irritation. It was a deliberate gesture to their countless nights out together where, to Sam's amusement, the latest music was always lost on Daisy. Sam felt a wave of adoration for her friend and their shared history. A regular sentiment, alongside grand-scale drinking. Stronger, of course, today of all days. Repositioning herself, she shifted sideways on the bench and lifted her legs over Daisy's lap, lightly at first, as if seeking permission. Daisy adjusted the silk of Sam's gown over her knees, ensuring it didn't drape onto the floor. Pastel blue in colour. Sam had always known she'd never wear white. It didn't suit her pale complexion, or fit with her alternative style. Generally bright colours and vintage pieces, with a particular affinity for early 90s sportswear. Plus, she'd paid about a quarter of the price of a traditional gown, purely because hers wasn't the colour of an elephant tusk. "Mate," Sam gasped, gripping her friend's tanned forearm. "Your speech, it was truly brilliant." Daisy's speech had won the loudest applause of the night, rousing heckling cheers from all the women in the room by rejecting the outdated traditional titles, being introduced as the best woman and toasting the bridesmaids. She'd also outlined a self-deprecating comparison of the best man and woman's friendship credentials. Marvin's best man was his oldest friend, James, an impossibly good-looking and overachieving army sergeant who unknowingly made everyone around him feel inferior. And Daisy's speech had climaxed with a satirical roast of her competitor, eventually declaring a toast to the distinctly average man. "Do you really think?" Daisy asked, a smile creeping onto her lips. "I'm so glad it went down well. Yours, though, I don't know," Sam interrupted, sensing a compliment and feeling undeserving of it. "No, honestly, it was magnificent." Sam smiled at the choice of adjective. Daisy often came out with words that didn't quite fit their generation, a result of her academic parents not diluting their vocabulary when she was young. It had been more apparent when they'd first met, aged 18. Clearly, Sam's generic use of language had permeated her friend over the years. "Well, I think I might have overdone the Dutch courage part. Could you tell? Was I slurring?" "No, definitely not." Sam didn't believe her, but appreciated the committed delivery of the lie. "Oh,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?